everybody, it's Seth Jones, Editor-in-Chief of Golfdom Magazine. I'm out at PBI-Gordon's Formulation Lab. I'm being joined by Dr. Dale Sanson. He is the Senior Director of Formulation Development and Compliance Chemistry. Dr. Dale, thanks for inviting me out.
Thank you, Seth.
So we've been talking about all the useful products that PBI-Gordon has, and there's one that doesn't really maybe come front of mind with golf course superintendents, but maybe it should, because we were talking about labor. And so much time is being spent out taking care of what's really important on a golf course, the golf course itself. But you get up around the clubhouse, and you got to make the club, everything that's got to be nice and neat around the clubhouse, and that's kind of one of those extra jobs that you don't want to go back and do very often if you can avoid it. How does Atrimmec help out with labor savings?
Atrimmec is a great asset to have in your arsenal as a golf course superintendent when you trim your ornamentals, such as your junipers, your boxwoods, and you're around the clubhouse, or your signage. After you do the trimming and you apply it as labeled, you will reduce the growth of the shrub, hence you're reducing your labor costs by having them to go back in a couple months and do the additional trimming.
And it can also, you mentioned earlier that you can knock out maybe like if it's a fruit, if it's like maybe an olive tree, something that you don't want, getting smushed on your cart path. It can like just stunt that growth entirely.
That is correct. Timing is key on that. So if you get it to where you apply it as labeled, as I said earlier, you can reduce or sometimes eliminate that nuisance fruit. What comes to mind, olive trees are very pretty, but ultimately what happens is they drop that nuisance fruit and then it gets on the cart path and then stains. So as it is labeled for certain trees, timing is critical to prevent the nuisance fruit from occurring.
How is it applied? How can you put it to use?
Well, there's actually 3 different ways, and on all of those, if you want to add a surfactant to it that helps to increase the uptake, through our experience we find that a siloxane-based surfactant works best. The first way would be a soil drench, putting it out around the roots of the tree or whatever plant you're trying to apply it to. Secondly would be what's called bark banding. You spray it around the tree itself on the bark, and then the active ingredient is taken in that way. The last is, as I said, nuisance fruit, spraying it up into the canopy of the tree during blooming. You will sometimes reduce or ultimately eliminate that nuisance fruit from occurring.
Okay. Is this a Monday only when the club is closed type deal because you're going to run everyone off with the smell?
That's a good point. As opposed to a lot of other plant growth regulators on the market, Atrimmec has no odor. Okay. It is a water-based product as opposed to some oil-based or solvent-based products. Odor profile on Atrimmec is negligible. As opposed to those others on the market that have that strong odor, you can apply Atrimmec while folks are within smelling distance and not be offensive.
Okay. Well, the members appreciate that, but so do the applicators. So
that's right. That's very true.
Good. Cool. Well, Dr. Dale, thanks for talking to me about Atrimmec and how a superintendent can put it to good use.
Thank you.
Okay. Everybody, this is Dr. Dale. I'm Seth Jones. We're out here at PBI-Gordon. Thanks for watching us on Golfdom TV.